My name's Sue, and the CFS or the ME or whatever it's called hit me a year after I did a big move from one country to another, and my life changed incredibly from a very busy career to not working. And so I got a cold, and then I got a flu, and then it never went away. Usual story. And this was back in 1993. Unfortunately, I had a fantastic doctor who actually named it, gave it the name ME, and said, well, I can tell you what it is, but I can't do anything for you. So I went off for years and years struggling. Mine was like the flu from hell. I couldn't walk up the stairs. When I got it the first time, I was living in a house, and they were 3 floors. So I couldn't function. I couldn't climb up the stairs. And it was every muscle ached, a brain fog. Oh, and I'd started doing university at the same time. Brain fog. I fought my way through university doing this. I'm sure it took me 4 times as long to write a paper than others. Aches, sleeplessness, then this raging in the mind like you've had 1,000 cups of coffee. That was terrible, and it would come on at night. But mainly it was like a flu. I couldn't move, aching every muscle. So a fatigue, massive fatigue. Even when I was well, I still had the fatigue. I used to say it's like dragging around 2 20-kilo suitcases. That's what it felt like. But I would do it. But it just made some days very miserable, that you just have to lay on the sofa or on the bed hoping it would diminish slightly. Nobody I knew had it. I found one book on it, and then fast forward through to 2008, I moved countries again, and it came back because it was coming and going over those years. It was really bad for the first 5 years, and then it would come and go. So this second move, a friend said, I know somebody who had CFS or ME, and he no longer has it because he's found a program. So I went to visit him, and a very elderly gentleman, and he said, look, I can skip. And he couldn't move for years, and he found Ashok. And so in the early days, I sent off my money, and I got a box of DVDs, and I listened to it all, and I thought, this sounds weird. But when you're sick, you'll try anything. And I was about to go overseas, and I started Ashok program 10 days before I was due to fly out. And I couldn't believe it. It was not a light switch, but I could almost feel myself getting well within the first few days. And by the time I got to Scotland, I said, it's an hallelujah moment. I said, it's gone, because it felt like a weight. I could feel this pressure coming off. And that's how I felt it. And the fatigue, it was like having had several good sleeps. You just feel relief. And then you just feel normal, and you go, oh, it's back to me again. The monster's gone. I call it the monster. Or I'll call it the bad visitor. and it's like, it's gone. The biggest thing I've got from this, and I think anybody who's a recoverer from ME or any illness, is you are thankful for every day you're not sick. I'm just grateful for the fact that I found the program. It's science, it works, it's not snake oil, and it's not really a miracle, because it's the science, but I just wish more and more people knew about it.